Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of our Starfinder Drift Crisis live play. My name is Alex Speidel. I am your GM for this adventure. I have spent the past couple of episodes taking my 4 wonderful players and their characters and placing them in increasingly dire peril. And I'm sure that will not change this episode. Thank you all so much for joining us on this continuing adventure. Let's go ahead and say hello to my 4 fellow players here. If you want to say hello to the people, let them know where they can find you, and remind them of who you're playing. We will start, as always, with Michelle. Hi, how are you? You doing well?
Hi, I'm doing great. Costume change, whoosh. My name is Michelle Wynn Bradley. You can find me at I am Chubby Bunny all over the internet. That's Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that good stuff. My pronouns are she, her, and so are the same pronouns for my little character, Camembert. Camembert is a Skittermander, a precog, who is the entertainment director of this lovely Star Cruiser, and is very athletic, it turns out. It's like the only thing that she can do good is jump around.
Acrobatic made her way through a laser field last episode, yes. London, hi, how are you? Tell us of your character and yourself.
Hey, everybody. My name is London Carlisle, and you can find me on the internet at London Carlisle. I'm back here for happy hour because I'm playing the bartender of this ship, Tam Collins. He's a halfling biohacker, so he has all these cool, little, shots in Starfinder. That's quite literally a shot. But hey, we're back to get down to the bottom of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Next up, Chelsea. Hi, how are you this afternoon? Tell us of your character.
Hi, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm doing all right. My character is a level 5 Lashunta Mystic. Their name is Hopper, and I am ChelseaBytes. You can find me everywhere at ChelseaBytes. We both share the pronouns she, her, and I'm just hoping I can customer service my way through this. That's the dream.
I believe in you. If anyone can, Hopper can, absolutely. And finally, save the best for last. Jim, hi, how are you? Tell us of your friend here.
Doing great. I'm Jim Jam on the internet, and I am playing Gary, the SOR soldier, who is a security officer on the ship and is trying desperately to thread the needle between complying with the terms of his employment contract and responding to situations that are not covered in any of the manuals that he received prior to employment.
The moral quandaries that I'm managing to put Gary in are excellent, are impeccable. I only planned 30% of them, so it's very good. So we shall go ahead and delve right back into our Drift Crisis live play and figure out what is going on this ship, and more importantly, who turned out the lights. Let's dive in. Welcome back to our Starfinder Drift Crisis live play, where we left our 4 intrepid crew members of the Void Empress. They had experienced some sort of crisis of the drift, perhaps, and the ship had been ejected partially from the drift into the material plane, so they are coping with that disaster. They helped out some of the passengers and crew members sort of make it to the rally point. They helped out with some triage, helping people feel better, try and, customer service their way through, as Hopper says. They were sent to check on the food stores because people noticed that there's been no communication from up top and we're running low on food in the area. So they found a food store that had what looks like a few days worth of food for the people who are there, including some very nice wines and spirits. But as they were packing things up to head back to the rally point, a message came over the intercoms from Vioni Opulos, the niece of the Opulos Corporation's CEO, who informed the ship that due to temporary mechanical difficulties, we are going to have to turn all the power off to the lower decks. You know, it's just a real shame, but I'm sure everyone down there, it will be just fine. And so as we left, our crew had just been plunged into darkness. So friends, what do you do?
I have a small, little panic attack because this is absolutely not on schedule, not being in darkness. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is happening? It's so dark. Is everyone okay? And I'll listen for a response.
Oh, I do not like the darkness unless it is for atmospheric purposes. So I don't like this at all.
I am doing okay. I think we can solve the dark problem with some of the technology we have at hand. Gary, perhaps you have a light somewhere?
I am safe. And yes, I do have a light. I have the hand wraps that I wear actually can shed a small, it's very dim, but they actually are very colorful lights. And you get a little bit of dim, probably very, very, very shadowy light in the room, just enough to sort of make out forms and shapes.
Okay. I think we should try to take everything and head back.
Sounds like a good idea. I will be in charge of moving this little cart of food back to the guests because I have low light vision, so I can see perfectly fine with the assistance of Gary's little lights. Perhaps just follow the sound of the carts and Gary's lights.
I have no problem sort of leading the way and being the beacon for everybody to follow back towards the rally point.
Is it a conga line? Are we all holding each other's shoulders and going dee 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 dee?
Right. That's what I was wondering. I was like, I'll hold someone's hand.
I like that there's 4 of you and 2 of you are medium and 2 of you are small, so it's sort of like a wave form, up and down and up and down. If you're holding on to each other. But yes, you can find the cart with the squeakiest wheel to sort of indicate your way through as well, so people can follow the noise. And between Gary's lights, any light that you can shed from your data pads as well, you can slowly and carefully sort of make your way back through the hallways with the stores of food that you have acquired. As you sort of arrive back at the rally point, you see that the situation has changed slightly. Everyone is still kind of gathered there. They're all doing their best to sort of put a brave face on it. You don't see anybody attempting to fill out complaint cards yet, which is a nice change of pace. It does appear that they've managed to kind of rig up some rudimentary lighting, so it's a little brighter, definitely in the low light family, but looks like they've managed to get a little bit of power from somewhere. And, as you arrive, Nikiski, your Shirin friend who you left behind, will sort of, be scanning the horizon for you, arriving with food. And as you approach, she'll sort of spot you and wave and hurry over and speak to you telepathically and say, "Oh, thank goodness! I was so worried. Did y'all find any extra food?"
Yes, we have this cart of food here, and we luckily were able to get past all of the crazy lasers and things that were protecting the area. But it was a simple matter for us to, hack the system.
Oh, well, thank goodness, the Opulos Corporation, they're real paranoid about anyone stealing any food or anything, so I'm glad y'all made it through okay. Did you say there were lasers? That seems excessive.
Yes, again, don't know why we're protecting the food in such a way, but, I don't own this ship. But what was more concerning is the announcements. Did everyone hear that as well?
Yeah, we all got that here, and that kind of freaked people out a little bit. We're trying to keep them calm, but it's definitely got some people on edge.
Yes, I think we're all concerned equally. But what should we do about this? I mean, if we have no power, how are we going to keep these people calm and fed?
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly an issue. Actually, the security guy that you left with us, he managed to jury-rig something up a little bit. He said he found a generator that had just a little bit of, he was able to pull a little bit of power out of it. Maybe if y'all want to sit down and eat dinner, rest up, and then maybe go take a look, see if you can find that generator, see if we can get it up and running. Power seems like the most important thing, and we could use some of it really if you got time. I mean, what else are we doing?
So I'll turn to Nikiski and I'll just look at her, and in my head I'll say, "This is for the birds. Did you hear her?" On the PA? How dare she?
Right? She only cares about those fancy fools in the first class. She hasn't even checked in on any of us. She might not even know we're down here. Can you believe that?
I can't. Unacceptable. I'm gonna go eat and I'm gonna sit down. It's time. I've been on my feet all morning. And I'll walk off.
Girl, I know. Me too. Girl, I feel it.
I'll start making my rations and I'll be helping out any passengers as well.
Sounds good. Yeah, you can sort of with the food that you've got, you can kind of cobble together some simple stuff that doesn't require a ton of like heating up or anything. It's a lot of cold cuts, a lot of sandwiches. Not the most exciting, but you know, it's food. And you can sort of sit down and you know have whatever passes for a meal right now. There's some like emergency lanterns on a couple of the tables, kind of shedding some illumination. So you know, let me ask you, you know, this is kind of the first chance that your characters have had to breathe in a hot minute. Sort of how are they feeling? You know, how are you feeling about sort of being stranded down here or being in this emergency situation? You know, what's going through your head right now?
Well, he's just kind of looking at the companions here, noticing probably that this is like a situation that none of us prepared for. So he's feeling sort of, you know, out of his wits. He's used to improvising recipes and, you know, drink combinations and that kind of thing, but not for some big, large-scale emergency situation. So he's trying to hold it together, you know, keep that smile going, but it's not as bright as usual. And he's just kind of looking at his companions for sort of like solidarity, you know, like making sure that it's okay to not necessarily be quite okay in this moment, but he's there with his little kit, ready to make any drink if anybody needs anything, but he's just there and he's perceptive there in this party.
I think Gary sort of notices that Tam's a little bit uneasy, and he sort of trundles over to him because he doesn't really need to eat. So I think I'm just hanging out with them while they're doing it, and say, Tam, I understand that you might be concerned due to the nature of the emergency that we're facing, and with the loss of power, you may wonder, are we going to have air to breathe, water to drink, food to eat over the next few days? And while it is true that your biological body will die very quickly without those things, I want you to know that I'm here if you need anybody to talk to.
I actually was not thinking about any of those things, but now I am, and that is comforting.
Do I sense the tension?
It's all over his face. Yeah, the mustache is quivering. It's shaking. The mustache is moving.
I will walk over after attending to some of the passengers and getting a snack for myself. I will look at Tam and say, Tam, you know what I think you would be wonderful at in this very moment? You should teach some of the passengers some of these drinks with some of these juices we have lying around. You know, get things off their minds.
I could do that, yeah. You know, a drink could come in handy right now. A strong one at that. Sure.
Could you teach
that
me
sounds
one?
Good.
What's a fun pink
I can. A fun pink drink. Oh, you are looking for the Magenta Nebula.
Ooh.
Now, this one is tasty. This one is delicious, and it has a little secret ingredient inside. Let me whip it up for you. So he goes to work with his little kit. He's mixing, he's stirring, and he sort of like slyly make sure that the secret ingredient is concealed as he, you know, he's grinding something up there, putting it over there, chopping, dashes it in, and he pours some for himself, pours some for you, and then he gives it to you. Cheers.
Cheers.
He takes...
And I'll swig some of that.
Tam, do you want to roll a profession bartender check to see how that pink nebula comes out for you? Oh,
31.
Hopper, this is probably one of the best drinks you have ever had. Do you want to describe the taste to Hopper?
I will, yes. So the taste of the magenta nebula is light at first. It almost just dances across the top of your taste buds. You're like, oh, this is just gentle. This is gonna be, oh. That's when the sweetness settles in. It's almost like an explosion of sweet flavor in your mouth. But that's until the secret ingredient hits. So please describe what the secret ingredient is and what it tastes like. That's up to you.
Is that a hint of Rocco cream? My favorite!
You're good. You're good. And that's why this drink is special for you. In fact, on the menu, it's going to be called Hopper's Magenta Nebula. I'm sorry.
That's wonderful. Thank you. I was asking you to lift their spirits, but you lifted mine as well. You're wonderful. And I'll actually thank you. I'll blindly walk off, almost like I'm just distracted with something else, and I'll take it to Nikishka to show her the drink because I'm fascinated.
Absolutely, and she will be fascinated as well. She and of course are always fascinated by new things and choices, so she will similarly be enthralled by this drink. How is Cam doing right now? How is Camembert feeling and holding up right now with this calamity around?
Camembert is very frustrated because I was hired to be on this ship to assist all passengers to have a lovely time and to assist in that manner, but now I am cut off from more than half of the ship, and we are clearly not having a good time down here, so I am doing what I can to make the area more hospitable. I'm continuing to fix up, anything that needs mended. I am placing little stations for garbage to go in for when people are done with eating, an area to clean the dishes, basically trying to make it more hospitable. But in the back of my mind, a plan is brewing. Because I know that we have those hard drives that we found, the little silver things from the people we fought, and I am thinking about how we can go about powering some computer terminals so we can look at those, because it seems very important that there are intruders on the ship and that are in our area.
And so you see, as you're sort of going around and helping people out and making the area a little bit more hospitable, as people finish their dinner, people are starting to set up cots and stuff, and it looks like no one has really said this is definitely what we're doing, but everyone is kind of the mind that they don't really want to leave other people. So while they could go back to their staterooms, they're kind of more comfortable, if we're hunkering down here for the night, kind of being around other people. So you start to see these little pods of people form, these little communities of people all just kind of gather up in the face of this adversity and try and make the best of it. But yeah, otherwise you are free to, enjoy your delicious sandwiches. They are food, without a doubt. They are food. What would you like to do after dinner? Did you want to go check out the generator that Nikiski mentioned?
Seems to be a top priority, in fact.
Yes, I'll be there just in case you guys need something, for the pain if you get hurt. The dark is really scary. But I'll go.
You can probably, if you want, root around and see if you can find a flashlight or something to take with you to make it a little brighter.
Absolutely.
Very nice, yeah.
If I can find a battery, that'd be great too.
Yeah. We can definitely, find one of those flashlights that's powered by those big D batteries. I don't know if we have those in Starfinder, but we do now because
in the
this
far
is all
future,
canon
yes.
now. Yes, exactly.
Actually, I have 3 batteries in my inventory, so I give one to Hopper. And it's one of those kinds that you kind of you click it and then it winds up and then the little flashlight turns on.
Oh, nice.
I love that. Awesome. I will look for useful things.
Excellent.
Wow. 30.
Yeah, sure, a 30. So you can easily, find flashlights and batteries if you need. Everyone's got fairly standard issue batteries, so you're not in danger of running out of power anytime soon, although Gary runs on bigger batteries, so who's to say there? I will say that with that perception check to just kind of poke around, you can probably find yourself someone, surely one of the passengers has another healing serum if you wanted to take that with you just in case of danger. Surely there will be none, but
thank you so much, Mr. C Scales. Yes, your name. So random,
he bubbles
so
at you.
real.
Perfect.
Yeah, sure. We'll call that a Mark II healing serum that you can add to your inventory. But otherwise, yeah, if there's nothing else that you wish to do before you head off, you can head through the back corridors to find this generator.
I head off.
We go.
Very good. So the generator itself is sort of down a level that you're like a couple decks up from the very, very bottom of the ship, but obviously they keep this kind of stuff as low as they can. Heaven forbid the guests see it. But you are able to kind of make your way through the darkened hallways and the interiors, use your flashlights to sort of peer around corners ahead of time. And as you descend another staircase, you see ahead of you a big, slidey, whooshy space door that will take you into the generator room. But standing outside the door, you see two large, 6.5 foot tall, probably humanoid shapes.
I'd like to call out to them. Say, excuse me, this is a secure area. Do you have credentials to be here?
They turn to you, and you see that these are two big robots. You would recognize them probably as incapacitator robots. And they turn to you, and one of them says, "This area is indeed secure. Entry to generator room forbidden by order of our master."
Well, I guess that's that then. We are forbidden to enter here, and this area has been secured. We'll have to return to the rally point and inform everyone
Okay, now-
that they will simply... What?
Gary, do you recognize these bots?
These are incapacitator models. Messing with them would be ill-advised.
Oh my. Oh yeah, they look intense.
So they look intense, but like they kind of have this sort of puffy padding all over them. They're not intended to like bash someone into a pulp necessarily, so much as like it's a lot of padding to stop someone from doing the things that they are trying to do.
Would we know who the master is? Like, are these like the bots from our ship?
The ship has like not a crew, but I'm gonna say a supply of robots like this on board. So if they've been deployed, someone's probably controlling them. Usually that would be down to the ship's security force.
Okay. We're with someone from the security force. In a way, maybe?
Indeed. I, however, am not controlling these particular bots.
Right.
Aren't you the boss, Gary?
I have been trying to establish contact with higher-ups for the entire duration of this incident and have been unsuccessful in doing so.
Oh, if you have not been able to contact Master Control, as it were, how are these robots able to do so and get new orders to block the generator?
That is an interesting question, and I do not know the answer. Excuse me, robots, robot friends, who is giving your orders?
Love it.
They process for a moment, and they say, "One with higher authority than you. If you do not leave, we will be forced to escort you out. Forcibly."
I want to sort of send like an electronic query to them that specifically is like a call response to see if they give me like the standard security callback or if this has somehow been like manipulated.
Okay, sure. So a couple of things are going to happen when you do that. You send the ping that says, "Yo, who is your boss?" And they send back a ping that says, "How dare you try to access us? Stop that at once. I need you to make a will save."
A will save?
A will save, because it's funny.
A will. Well, 25. So there you go. Natural 20, in fact.
Natural 20 for a 25. So you will not be shaken as we initiate combat because they don't care for your messages at all. Thank you very much.
Okay, then.
So I would like you all to roll initiative, please.
It's time to roll initiative.
First up is Tam. Tam, these robots appear to be done with your nonsense. What would you like to do?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna try to shoot at him with my trusty, dusty injector pistol. So like over here, maybe? Down.
Sure, yeah, you've got a clear shot there for sure. 26 against their kinetic AC. That definitely hits. If this were Pathfinder 2nd Edition, that would be a crit, but that's not the game we're playing today.
Darn it.
So go ahead and roll your damage on that. And are you attempting to biohack me?
I'm quickly running out of these before we rest or something. Not yet. We'll see how this goes.
Very good.
8 piercing.
8 piercing damage. You're shooting at the yellow one here, Roland?
Yellow, yes. The closest one.
Alrighty. So he will take, I believe, all of that piercing damage. Yes, I surely will.
All right, sounds good to me. And that's it for Tam right now.
That is your turn. Very good. Camembert.
Okay, I'm going to try something different because I cannot really harm these in any significant way. We've got people for that. I'm going to cast invisibility on myself. Yeah, as long as I don't attack anything, like, I'm good, is what I think is gonna happen here.
Okay, all right.
And then I'm gonna move. Because I have a tiny Skinnermander plan. That's not very good, but we'll see. So I'll move my 30. Can I go here? Diagonal 30? We're doing that?
For sure. Yep,
Okay.
you're doing that right.
Okay. Got it. And that's my turn.
Okay, very good.
Wow.
All right, so you are now invisible, which is how the French say invisible. And now it is Reginald's turn, one of my robots. Now Reginald has no idea that Camembert is there because I do not have any senses that can detect you. So what I will do is I will stomp forward until I am within 20 feet of where I want to be. And at this grid intersection right there, I am going to throw a grenade. So I have to roll, and I have to hit a total of 5. So basically, as long as I don't roll a nat 1, I should be okay. I got a 28, so I hit that intersection, no problem. And then it explodes, and this burst of goo comes out and coats the 3 people standing back there. I need Hopper, Gary, and Tam to all make reflex saves against my sticky bomb grenade.
Oh.
12.
13.
13. So Tam manages to dodge out of the way. Gary and Hopper are not quite so lucky. And you are both entangled. For 4 rounds, you are entanglefied, as you are covered in this sticky goop.
Oh, no.
Gary, you are up, and you are entangled. Entangled means you have a -2 to your AC, attack rolls, reflex, and anything dex-based. But you can still move.
Is there a way to get rid of this entanglement?
I would say if you wanted to take a standard action to try and make like a strength check to get out of it, I would permit that because you could sort of scrape the goop off of you.
Sure, yeah, that's exactly what I would like to do then. I will make a strength check and attempt to scrape some of this goo away. 24. Natural 20.
On another natural 20. Yeah, that'll do.
Wow. Nice.
So I will say that you can scrape that goop off, sure.
Yeah, just break free of all this goo, and then with a move action, I'll trundle forward to interpose myself between this Reginald and my friends. And I'll say, attempting to harm a unit owned by Opulus Corporation is grounds for disassembly. Please stand by and prepare to be destroyed. And that's my turn.
Great, all right, Roland is up. Roland, well, let's see, you've escaped from the entanglement. Hopper is still entangled, so I will stay right where I am. And from my shoulder, a little weapon, like a little pistol, will pop up, and I will take a shot with my anchor pistol at Hopper. But I will roll a natural 1 on that roll for a total of bad, and I will wildly miss Hopper completely, despite you being entangled.
It happens, you know?
It does happen. Hopper, you're up.
Okay, so I am assuming I'm gonna have to do some damage to whatever's entangling me to get it off of me.
Okay, you can make a strength check, or I guess I could allow like a dex check as well to just get out of the goop if you wanted to as a standard action.
All right, I'm gonna try the dex. Let's see if I can do it. Oh no! Yeah, no. I'm here.
Total of 5, you will still be goopy, I think. I think you will still be pretty goopy.
It felt like that. Other than that, I'll try to take my goopy self and move here, and that'll be my turn.
Alrighty, top of round 2. Tam, you're up.
All right, cool. What Tam's going to do, Tam is going to move down a little bit, about 15 feet past Hopper here. And then with the injector pistol, I'm going to try to target Reginald. I'm trying to hit Reginald. While I do that, if it hits, I hopefully can maybe do some little biohacky stuff.
Give yourself a little +1 because of my coordinated shot ability against Reginald.
It's 19 to hit.
19 hits, yeah.
So with a 19 hitting, I'm going to do a minor inhibitor. I'm going to take a -1 penalty, 2 attack rolls for 7 rounds.
All right. And you roll in damage as well?
Yes, but before I do that, I also want to state that I'm going to do my theorem again, the painful injection.
12 piercing damage. You sort of hit Reginald in the shoulder, and one of the airbags that he's covered in just pops and goes.
All right, yeah, that brings a smile to Tam's face, and that is the end of his turn.
Very good. Camembert, you are up and you are invisible.
Hi. So can I see like a panel that will open this door?
Yeah, so like there's totally a panel right by the door that if you just hit the button, it'll probably open. Like it's right over here.
Okay, it's my move. Oh, incredible. Okay, I'm gonna take my movement, whoop, and then is it like a full action to press the button? Yeah, probably.
It would be a move action to press the button, although I should let you know that you did just walk by my robot, so if he's capable of knowing you're there, I might get to hit you on the way.
Okay, so I go like that and then back up. Okay,
Yeah.
cool, thank you. And I press the button.
So if you hit that button, the doors in front of you will slide open like whooshy space doors, because that's what they are.
Do they stay open?
They do stay open for the moment.
Great.
You see inside, now that you can see inside, what looks like this large generator room humming with computers and terminals. Most of it is shut down, though there is a little bit of power in here. The other thing that you see is in the chair to the table off to the left, you see a human man who you might recognize as a guest that you've seen around. But that is what you see at the moment.
Okay, I wish I don't want to yell and give away my location, but I want to say something to you guys, but I gotta wait. Okay, what is them?
All right.
The secrets.
All right. Let's see. It is Reginald's turn, and Reginald has Gary right next to him. So Reginald will just go ahead and take a slam attack against you. Does a 30 hit your KAC?
Barely. You just nicked him.
That's 11 bludgeoning damage for you as he just slams into you. How much does it beat your KAC by?
My KAC is 23, so that would be by 7.
You are now grabbed.
Oh.
As I grab you and attempt to hold you still. So you are grappled, is what you are.
Don't like that.
I will just hold you right there, actually. I'm fine with how that turn went. I don't need the move action. Gary, you're up, and you are grappled.
Yeah, Gary looks down at the hand holding him, and then back up at the robot attached to that hand and says, "This is going to be a problem for you," and then does a Rock'em Sock'em Robot jab straight at Reginald's face.
Nice.
I think, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to go with the full attack action. I think we're going to go
full attack, nice.
Plan. The first attack is 15 against EAC, not that great.
15 will actually hit my EAC, my energy armor class.
And that first jab is going to do 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
And that second attack, with the full attack penalty, 9 against EAC. So not that good.
No, your first hit sort of rocks the head back enough that the second one was slightly miscalibrated. But yeah, one solid hit in there for sure.
And that's my turn, full attack action. Got nothing else.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see. Roland is up, and Roland sees... Actually, the door has opened, and Roland is like, "Excuse me, how did that happen?" Yeah, yeah, you may be invisible, but you are not immune to the consequences of your actions. Alright, so he is going to try and attack you because he knows that someone is probably there, or at least he thinks so. I do have to roll a perception check to try and see you. So if you can roll a stealth check, you have a plus 20 to your stealth check because you are invisible but mobile. So let me know that, and that's the DC.
That is going to be a total of 34.
34?
I already get a plus 11. It's crazy. I'm real small.
I'm going to roll this for funsies. I need a natural 20 to be able to see you.
Okay. Do it. I dare you.
Incredible. Incredible work. Not only did I not roll a natural 20, I in fact rolled the opposite. So He has absolutely no idea where you are. He takes his
Yay.
fist and he tries to slam it down, but he like hits a square on the other side. Like he has no idea what's going on here.
I'm like rolling around and dodging. I'm just like becoming like a liquid, like S shape. Just I'm dodging.
Yeah, it's actually very cool, and unfortunately no one can see it, but like Cam is being super cool right now.
I feel it. I can
Where's
feel
Cam?
how proud Cam is right now.
You can absolutely feel that emotion. Hopper, it is your turn. You are still covered in sticky gross goop.
I may be stuck, but that doesn't mean I'm defenseless. And I'm going to try to do a mind thrust on this one right in front of Gary, if that's possible.
Now here's the thing. They're robots. Do they have a mind? They do have intelligence, so you know what? They probably have a mind. So, sure. That's a will save from me, right?
Yes.
I have rolled a total of 11 on my will save, so I will fail, and I will take all your damage.
Wonderful for me.
Nice.
All right, we're going to
Not
do
so
a
wonderful for me.
normal. You know, it's a 6. You're fine.
It's a 6. I'm fine. You start to
fine.
see some smoke issue from the robot's ears.
I will try to move 1, 2. Can I go diagonal? Is that okay?
Yeah, that would be all your movement to go right there, but yes.
Perfect. That's where I want to be.
Yep. Top of round 3. Tam, you are up. One robot is currently smoking from the ears, and the other thinks it knows where there's a Skittermander, but it sure doesn't.
Perfect. I'm gonna keep shooting, tried and true. Tam's gonna move up a little bit. We're gonna try to hit yellow again, Roland, I believe.
Okay. 12 against KAC, unfortunately, is not quite gonna do it.
So that soars past, I presume. I don't think I have anything else quite to do.
All right. The good news is that you don't lose the biohack if you were trying to use one, because you missed, so yay.
Yep. Didn't use anything.
Camembert, you are up. The door in front of you is open. You see a man inside. You are invisible and dodging a robot. What would you like to do?
I am gonna move to here first, and then
The human man in the room sitting in the chair noticed the door open, has seen that combat is happening. He actually appears to be watching like a video feed on the datapad in front of him. He does not know you are there.
do I recognize him now that I'm closer to him?
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of your most vocal passengers, a man by the name of Howard Baleson.
Oh. I kind of look over at him. I'm trying to assess, like, you just said he's just watching a video screen. He's not like doing anything. He's like chilling.
He appears to be sitting at the table watching like a video feed of what's happening outside on his datapad. Make a perception check for me.
All right, let's do it. Let's solve some crimes or whatever. Perception, here we go. 18!
He looks a little more disheveled than he usually does, and even that you might expect him to. Like, his sleeves are sort of rolled up. There's like a cut on one sleeve, like in the fabric, not in like his body. He's got like work boots on or something, so that's a little odd for him.
Oh, I guess I'll unravel a mystery while I'm not fighting the actual bad guys. I use telepathic message so that he can't see me, but he can hear in his head. And
Right.
I'm just gonna say, "What are you doing here?"
All right, he sort of jumps, and he looks around, and he thinks at you. Well, who's asking? And that's it.
Son of a bitch.
Reginald is going to punch Gary in the face again because I have you grabbed, so I might as well, and I'll try and renew that grab as I do so. Does a 24 hit your KAC?
Sure does.
Okay, so good news. Good news for me, bad news for you. I hit you. Bad news for me, good news for you. I had to let go of you to do that, so you're not grabbed anymore.
Nice.
So that's
Love
nice for you, but I do get to do damage. So take another 12 points of bludgeoning damage, please. And I was gonna drag you across the room, but I didn't roll high enough to grab you again. So instead, I will just sort of step back and make one of those fighter like "come get me" motions.
Okay.
And then it's Gary's turn.
Gary will come get him. Gary rolls forward and just like leans in with a big ol' wallop right to this robot's face. No longer grappled, so that's good. But unfortunately, I had to move forward, so I'm not going to get to do a full attack. But I will smash him right in the face with a 28 against EAC.
That will absolutely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
16 more points of bludgeoning damage. This is just like a war of attrition between two robots as they just smash each other in the face over and over to see which one of them breaks first.
And good news, it's Reginald.
Excellent.
As you just smash him in the face and he just thunk, falls over on the ground. You have technically, I should point out to you, you have technically damaged Opulos Corporation property, so I'm not sure how you feel about that, but it did damage you first, so.
But I was also protecting Opulos property by protecting my own self, so it's like, you know, which is it?
It's an Ouroboros of morals.
We appreciate self-value in our party.
Yes, we
Absolutely.
All right. So I believe that's the end of your turn, yes?
Yes, that's all I could do.
So, before Roland goes, Mr. Baleson here will go ahead and have his turn. Being alarmed by what's going on outside and the fact that he's apparently hearing voices in his head, he's going to try and shut the voices out by getting up, walking to the door, and closing it. Little does he know, of course, that the voice is inside the room, but that's a him problem.
Do I see Mr. Baleson?
From your angle, I would say that you probably do see a human man walk up and close the door. How's your perception as far as could you recognize someone 50 feet away? I feel like you could recognize this particular individual.
Let's find out. I mean, do you want me to roll or?
You've got a plus 14 perception. I'm gonna say you probably recognize him.
On my turn, if I can yell out. So he closes it before my turn comes up, basically.
Correct, and it's about to be Roland's turn, so you can yell in a second after Roland comes and takes revenge for his fallen brethren. Oh, that's fine.
I think I made some bad decisions.
Roland will come up to there, and he'll chuck a grenade at this grid intersection, which, if it hits, will be fun. Because I have more grenades. 23 to hit that intersection, so that'll do it. So I need Tam and Gary to both make reflex saves for my sticky bomb grenade.
All right, let's try it.
Oh, good. That's a 9.
That's a 9. Oh!
20.
And 20. So you will dodge out of the way of the goop. Gary, however, will return to being entangled for 5 rounds.
Oh, good. Very nice. Unless it's punching, I'm not good at it.
All right, Hopper, you are now up.
Okay, so I tried to reach into the mind of that creature. It did not work. I think I'm going to get a little more desperate and just try to break it myself. Could I use my pistol to shoot at this?
To shoot the robot? Oh, at the gunk. My concern is that you would be just as likely to shoot yourself as the gunk.
If I'm in range, so I am in range of this bot right here, right? I was worried that the wall would block it.
Oh, no, you've got line of sight.
Okay. I will try to shoot it then.
Okay, Tam is between you and it. If you moved so Tam wasn't between you and it, there wouldn't be cover, but you can definitely shoot it either way.
Right there? Would that 5 foot help?
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, go ahead and take the shot.
All right.
Oh boy.
I should have just shot myself.
That's a total of 8 for the viewers at home, so that will not hit my robot.
I tried to shoot, but it just went past him.
Yep, top of round 4, Tam, you are up.
I'm imagining this is looking like sort of like we both have the pistols trained on it and this like shot, and then Tam's gonna try to take his shot too.
All right. 24 against KAC definitely hits.
Boom! All right.
Whoa, why was that so big?
5 piercing damage.
Piercing. How many times can I use this theorem? Can I just like keep using that?
Painful injection, you can use it as much as you want. I assume you're using it by default.
Okay, I haven't been. So yeah, let me just make that a 7 piercing then.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, for sure. I think that'll be it.
Camembert, you are up. What would you like to do?
Oh, God. I don't know. I'm scared. Okay. I wish I had more than one standard action, huh? So can I... Okay, I'm gonna speak to him telepathically one more time first before I move.
Sure.
Open that door or be prosecuted. Thank you. That's 10 words.
Wow.
So I do that quickly and I see how he reacts.
That was an angle I was not expecting.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Make a bluff check.
Okay. It's not diplomacy? No, it's lying. Okay, all right.
You're lying. You're doing
B
some lying.
for bluff. B for bluff. 15? If that's not good enough, I have a thing to fix it, but I don't know.
All right, how would he react to Vioni Opulo showing up down here? That's wow. Okay.
His brain
So I think
full.
his eyes will sort of go wide as he like turns around and starts to walk back to that desk. His eyes sort of get wide, and he says, "Miss Opulos, what brings you down here?"
Oh my god, it's taking forever. Okay. I don't feel like I'm doing anything that's helping the party very much, but the door's still closed. He didn't open it, right?
He has not opened it yet. He is like very taken aback by this, but like he appears to believe you.
Can we still keep doing this, or do I have to like make a move now?
You should make a move now. You can send another message.
Okay. I'm gonna fuck with this guy. Sorry, guys. I'm not doing anything useful. I'm gonna use Psychic Kinetic Cannon. I'm just gonna take the whole viewfinder thing he was looking at and just like slam it, like fresh, like slam it off the table to like scare him.
Oh, you're fully like haunting this guy now.
If I can try to throw it at him, that would be amazing. Like just push it like at him. Just.
You can throw
hit
it
him
up
in
to
the
15
face.
feet, so like you can throw
Right?
it. It would be telekinetic projectile to actually hit him with it. But like if you want to just chuck it at him, you can chuck it at him. No worries.
Yeah, just like a spook. Yeah, I do it.
Okay, awesome. So the datapad on the table suddenly starts moving and it just flies like a frisbee at this guy, and he sort of ducks out of the way as it shatters against the wall.
Yay! I think that's.
And he's like, what?
I want things I want to say, but I can't say. Is just like I'm watching you, but I can't do it.
Oh, this poor
All right,
guy.
that's my turn. Yeah.
This poor guy.
Do a haunting.
man. Okay. All right, Gary, you're up.
All right, Gary, entangled again. Is gonna make another strength check to try to burst out because he doesn't like being entangled. Dirty 20.
20 will do it.
I'm really good at everything that is punching or using strength and just not making reflex. And then I'm just gonna move to interpose myself between the enemy and my friends once again. That's all I can do. Standard in a move.
Very good. All right. So Roland will oblige you, and he will just come up there, and he'll try and grab you.
Don't like it.
But a 15 against your KAC probably doesn't hit, does it?
Not at all.
Okay, so he will attempt to grab at you, and you'll just sort of ninja dodge back out of the way. Howard gets his turn here as well. He is alarmed by the datapad that flew in. He'll say out loud, I'm real sorry, Miss Opulos. Let's talk about this. And he will move action, open the door, and then move action. He's gonna step out into the hallway.
Oh.
New target.
I move here. Well, I want to move there, and I want to use Energy Ray, and I want to choose Electricity.
Okay. Are you shooting Roland?
Yes. The one,
Okay.
he's the last threat. I don't want to shoot Mr. Baleson. Yeah. I will shoot him. Oh my god.
Yeah, a total of 6 to hit will not hit, unfortunately.
I'll shoot that. It'll miss, and I'll say, Mr. Baleson, are you okay? And that's all. I'll say.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that, and he'll respond on his turn. Tam, you're up.
Okay, Tam is going to move sort of against the wall over here, kind of try to go behind Hopper.
Sure.
We're still going to take another shot at the last one here, Roland. We're trying to bring Roland down. We're trying to pop those air bubbles that are there. Hopefully these needles will do it. So, that attack roll, we have a 10 against the KAC.
Yeah, 10's not going to hit, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, cool. So he's just going to sort of hug the wall here. He now sees Baleson has stepped outside. Not sure if he recognizes him from the bar or not. He sees a lot of people. But he's just going to clock that he's there, and that's the end.
All right. Camembert.
Well, now that basically no one's looking at me, and I feel like I'm not really sure why I needed him to go out there. I just kind of wanted him to not be in this room hiding. I'm gonna take out my Thunder Strike Sonic Rifle, this gun that is like, twice the size of me. Pull it out of some magical backpack. I don't even know. And I aim to shoot Roland because I have line of sight and nothing's blocking me. Let's
Sure.
do it. 13's too low, huh?
13 is just too low, unfortunately.
All
What if
right.
it were
so
14 though, because she gets a +1 because of my coordinated shot ability?
If it was 14, that would hit.
I think it is a 14 because she gets a +1 because of my coordinated shot ability.
How wonderful! It's a 14, which hits.
Yay, payoff!
And then I'm going to do a normal roll here, and that's going to be 14.
14 sonic damage. Ow, that hurts. That pops several airbags as the sonic force just hits me.
So because I attack, though, I do stop being invisible at this point.
Yes, you are now visible, and everyone can see the Skittermander holding a rifle.
Fan art, please.
Please, Gary, you're up.
I'm not entangled. I'm not grappled. This is the perfect opportunity for a 1-2 punch full attack action. Fist number 1, coming in at a 16 against EAC.
Hits. We know 14 is the AC, so that hits.
Dealing 16 points of bludgeoning damage for the first strike. The second one.
You don't even
coming
need that
in-
second strike.
Oh, well, I hit him anyway. I pummel his broken body into dust.
You provide insult to injury. He goes down, and you just like roll over him with your treads.
Love it. Excellent.
All right. So as you do that, that will end combat, as Mr. Baleson is not technically hostile in that he is not a combatant, and if you hit him, he will go down immediately. But he, as you sort of do this and you sort of take out that robot, he sort of reaches out his hand and says, I was just about to shut that down. I'm real sorry. I didn't know you were with Ms. Opulos.
Nice.
When you say shut that down, please describe in detail what you mean.
I was gonna turn off my little robots there. Is Miss Opulos
my
here with you?
I will bluff for once. And I want to say, well, Miss Opulos did send us, and we were just here to check on the energy situation to see if we can start powering some parts of the lower deck. And I want to see if I can bluff that.
Sure, make a bluff check.
All right, come on, Mr. Baleson.
Can I help?
You know me.
Can I help her with this also?
Sure. What would you like to say to aid?
So how I will help is once she says that, I'm going to pipe in using my Vioni voice and say, "That's right," like just right afterwards. It's like give it a boost, like telepathically.
Okay, sure.
'Cause I'm still
so
yeah.
you can roll a bluff check to aid.
Okay.
Before Hopper rolls, so go ahead and roll a bluff check for me. 21, that will succeed. So Hopper, you will get a +2 on your bluff check.
All right, here we go. Woo! 30.
You need it.
No, I did.
Yay, we're good. We're good at 2 things: lying and punching.
That's another natural 20 for the players on some absolute nonsense. Love that energy.
Right. Those sense
So
motives and those
he-
bluffs.
So he is incredibly apologetic and almost tripping over himself. He says, I'm real sorry. I had no idea. And he's almost kind of sheepish. I know I shouldn't have taken most of the power from the generator myself, but I mean, let me show you. And he beckons you all into the generator room.
I'll follow inside.
Haha. Traps. Okay.
I'm just there.
So sort of off in the back corner, he's set up this kind of, not quite a room, but like, you know how like at a convention or whatever, you can like block off an area with pipe and drape and stuff. He's kind of done that kind of thing where he's sort of created this little private partitioned area. And as he sort of leads you around these kind of curtains he's set up, you can see there's a bed there. And there's someone laying in the bed, and as he sort of takes you around, he says, I know I shouldn't have gotten the generator started up after y'all said to shut it off, but I had to take care of my little girl here, you know. And you can see a young girl, really impossible to tell how old she is, could be 8, could be 15, clearly not well. There are a number of kind of like medical machines around her, and he just kind of says, you know, I needed the power to make sure that she stayed all right. I hope that's okay. You know, I know the people upstairs could use it, but I mean, she's my world. I just needed to make sure she was all right.
Oh, is this little Susie?
It is indeed
I'll go
little
by
Susie.
her
Yes.
side. And since she's sick, can I go ahead and do detect affliction?
Sure, if you want to.
See what's wrong with her? I think I have to do a mysticism check. Is that what it is?
So you can just detect it, and then it's checks to like sort of figure out what exactly is going on. But I would say that you can tell that she is ill. She needs kind of these machines to help keep her well, and so she can go out and do things occasionally. It's not something that just happened. Like, this has probably been an ongoing issue for a while. You're not sure of the exact nature of it, but like, it's very clear, and he sort of says, we try to take her as many nice places as we can because we like to get her out of the house and see the world. I'm real sorry I didn't, I know y'all need the power too, but I kind of need it.
Would Mr. Baleson have told me of Susie's condition, or did I know this already?
I imagine he would not have. I imagine it's the sort of thing that he doesn't talk a lot about, and he would take Susie out as he could, but like, you wouldn't know a ton.
All right. I am going to also, in the same swoop, I'm going to communicate with Camembert and say, just a mental thing, and say, do you think this power, if he's not allowed to use it, is he taking it from the lower decks?
I would assume so, but I'm not gonna lie, I felt real bad for giving him a little haunting. I feel like all I had to do was ask him nicely. That'll be on my conscience for a while. I'm again just trying to be helpful. But I do not think we should let his daughter die. I mean, there's got to be another way to deal with this. Let's consult with our engineering friend Gary. Maybe he knows how to fix the situation.
Yeah, if you want to like take a look at the setup that he's got, Gary or anyone with engineering, you can certainly make an engineering check to sort of look at what he's got going on here.
I got an 18 for engineering to just look over what's set up here.
Yeah, so it's clear that basically what he's done is he's sort of, in a very rudimentary way, like spliced into the generator power. It's not a great setup, and you think if you took some time, you could probably make it better so that like both these machines would have power, and also you'd be able to take some for the lower decks if you wanted to take some time and do that.
Yeah, I think that's quite necessary at this juncture.
We're not monsters. We just look like monsters.
Absolutely not. No. So do you let him know what you're going to do before you do it?
I mean, I'll leave that to I just start working. If there's a problem with that, they can. My wordy friends can handle it because I've got work to do.
So you just get in there and you start futzing with wires. What do the rest of you say as Gary does this?
Okay. Mr. Baleson, I know things have been really rocky up till this point. Is there any information you could impart on us? Anything about this disaster that you know about? And would I know what Mr. Baleson is doing? Like, is Mr. Baleson an employee? Like, he's not an employee.
No, he's a guest. Yeah, he's a fairly well-off guest, fairly well-connected enough that the idea that Vionia Opulus would show up was not the craziest idea.
Okay, yeah, so he's come upon his own volition and hooked up his daughter to the generators. And like, he will tell you, he doesn't know a lot. He experienced the same thing as the rest of you, but as soon as he realized that like the ship was not going to have power, he was like, I got to do something about this. I got to take care of her. So he came down here and he sort of, hooked things up, and he basically set the robots on you as like, I want to make sure that no one comes and messes with my setup while I'm gone. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Baleson, I'm so sorry that this happened.
I mean, I assume it's not your fault. It's certainly not ideal, but, I think... I mean, what's your robot friend doing down there right now?
I'm sure he's just trying to figure out a way to divert, a meaningful amount of power, but also keep Susie supplied.
Oh, well, yeah, I suppose that's alright. I'm not much of an engineer. Need a wrench or something? I got one wrench.
Can I talk to Gary telepathically?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I asked Gary, what are you doing right now?
I am attempting to divert enough power for the lower decks and for this machine, keeping his daughter in whatever condition she is currently in.
Okay, good, because that's what I said. All right. So I take that wrench or that tool that Mr. Baleson offered, and I'll put it by Gary, and I will look around this area. What's in this room?
Yeah, so it's sort of this generator room. Most of the generators are offline. There's one that he kind of got kickstarted, and then he sort of built this area off to sort of have a little bit of privacy. Beyond that, I mean, it's a generator room. It's got a desk and a table. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Oh no, that was it. I just wanted to know.
Okay.
Was curious about the space.
Yeah, that's about it. It's a big glowy generator room. There are some computer terminals in here though.
Oh, I will, if I notice that, I will kind of bump Camembert and point at the computers about the hard drives and whatnot. And I'll just say, hard drives. And also, if I have any snacks on me, I'll bring them to Mr. Baleson and wrap some up for his daughter.
I feel like as a proper customer service professional, you probably always have like peanuts or like some cookies wrapped up in your pocket somewhere. So like if you have not expended those on the passengers already, you could probably get him something.
Wonderful.
Yeah, if Gary works for about 10 minutes, you can kind of get his power supply routed a little bit better.
I think as I finish that up, I will then, like, once I'm confident that everything is stable, I will go over to our guest, Mr. Belson, and I want to escort him out into the hallway area. And I want to do that not forcefully, but like, there's no question he needs to come with me.
Like insistently.
Yeah, like that, I basically, kind of pushing him out there into the hallway, right to where the two robots that we had to destroy are. And while we're standing there, I want to look at him, and we are, of course, sorry for any inconvenience the recent emergency has caused you, Mr. Belson, but it does occur to me that had you asked for aid, it would have been gladly rendered by the staff and other personnel aboard this vessel. Your actions, while driven by impulse, were selfish and put others at risk. Look at the floor here, these two. You may think of them as mindless servants, but, well, I do not. It was unfortunate that they had to be destroyed pointlessly for seemingly no reason. I would really hate to ever see your selfishness cause anything else to be destroyed pointlessly. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Belson?
I would like you to roll to shame this man. Make an intimidate check.
Shame.
Ooh. I was intimidated.
I'm scared now, like.
11. Not very good.
You have a hefty bonus because of everything you just said.
Sure.
I have to honor the roleplay bonus there. And he's sort of, he looks you up and down, and he is a proud man. He doesn't like being talked down to, but you're a little scary. So he just sort of looks you up and down, and he says, "My sincerest apologies. Next time I will be sure to ask for aid from the helpful staff such as yourself, because I, too, would hate to see myself needlessly destroyed."
I'm glad we could agree on that. The charges for the robots and the damage to my chassis has been added to your account. Thank you, and have a nice day.
That's alright, it's all on the corporate card.
Oh, okay. I guess after the threats are done, I definitely like clock all this, and I'm just like, yes, so good. Taking mental photographs. And I sort of wave Gary over. So it seems that the terminals here could probably access those drives that were dropped by the things that attacked us before.
Yes, I provide those immediately.
Amazing. I mean, I would do it myself, but I'm afraid if I have to roll for computers, I will do not very good. So maybe someone else should do it.
Actually, not my bag either. Fixing
God
things,
damn
yeah.
it.
Computer is not
None
so
of us
good.
can do anything. Oh wait, my computer isn't terrible. Never mind. I'll do it. Never mind. I'll do it. Well, very well then. I shall do something today. Shall I roll computers, Alex?
If you like, you may roll computers to access the drive.
Hey, 26!
A 26. So I will say with that roll, you will be able to insert the drive into the computer, boot it up, and access the data. And on the drive, you discover something that I will tell you about next episode.
Hey, there it is. Saw it coming.
Always leave them wanting more. That's what they taught me.
Absolutely.
So, yes. Thank you all so much for playing with me this episode. I appreciate it. Next time we will reveal more secrets, perhaps, and we shall see where things go. But I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all again so much to all of you watching at home as our adventures continue. We will go ahead and sign off now, and we'll see you next episode. Bye!
Hey, everybody.